Yeah, I think what he did was more of like a trauma
Betrayal?
bonding thing.
Betrayal is what word I use.
Oh, it is a betrayal, but it happened because of trauma bonding.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with episode 16 of Gundam Seed. The final mark where I will be putting a V2 on the name of every episode, because after this, it's all new. I don't have anything to spoil it
Hell
with.
yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and remind us of what happened last episode?
Indeed. Last episode was all about an ambush on the Archangel, where that led to Kira launching after it being revealed that he was in bed with Flay in the previous night. They had spent time together, is a family-friendly way to say what had happened, which there was flashbacks throughout the episode. She is clearly a little bit off her rocker in manipulating Kira. We also were introduced to a character from previous episodes, now here on Earth, where Kira put her into an escape pod to get her out safely, which led to it being brought to a ambush/trap. And it appears that Earth forces are very specialized and good at what they do within their environments, which is going to cause problems moving forward.
Well, certainly a thing. I think I'm now also remembering the bit that I was trying to remember from what you were talking about during the credits of last episode.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not something I can actively talk about because it's something from this episode, obviously, because it was on the next time on bit. So I guess we'll just have to wait for that to show up.
Yep, and apparently we are going into city bombing.
Literally the thing that I was talking about not discussing, but you didn't know that because I didn't want to discuss it. Anyway, like I said, we'll address it when it happens this episode because I think it's obviously an important thing, but also obviously something that's easy to miscontexture. There's also a lot more important shit that I hate in this episode, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Oh, yeah.
And then next time we record, I can give my diatribe that's been sitting on my notepad for all this time about this episode specifically.
All right, let's do it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get on into it then.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Also, we had some insane accuracy from Kira.
I don't know if it was insane accuracy. It's a massive beam weapon, so it looks more like he just shot in the path of. Like I said, Missile Command is a hell of a game. The concept of Missile Command is you explode an explosive in front of the incoming missiles. So when they hit the wave, they explode. One thing I don't like about the new opening, we're not there yet, but one thing I don't like about the new opening is how abruptly it starts.
Got it.
Well, the other one had this kind of like slow fade-in intro and
you're not wrong.
Piano score. This one just fucking appears. See?
Yeah.
We're just in it, and the song is playing, and people are on screen. No idea what's going on with the background. Obviously, I would think that's the debris from Bloody Valentine, but it's got this, like, weird cellular structure along So,
Mhm.
the DNA that you'll see.
True. Well, I think in this, the DNA is more of a reference to coordinators versus naturals.
You sure? Who's the two characters in the scene with DNA?
I might
Desperately
I
trying
think
to
I recall
remember, aren't you?
correctly. Yeah, desperately.
Usually you don't take that long to remember because you've got the good memory.
So, what's confused me about these openings is there's been so many times that they've shown Lacus and Kira on the same screen.
Yeah, well, they also show they show Kira and Cagalli together in both the opening and the ending, and well, I don't know, Cagalli and Kira in the ending, but Kira and Flay, Kira and Lacus, and Kira and Cagalli in the opening.
I'm curious to see if it's just gonna sleep with everyone.
Well, I think a large number of them are also naked in the opening, so.
True.
Because, I mean, Flay, I think, is next to Sai in the ending. And she could not be further from Sai in the show, so.
レジスタンスだらしいですね。
味方と判断されますか？銃口は向けられてないわね。ともかく話してみましょう。その気はあるようだから、うまく転べばいろいろと助かるの。あとお願い。
So, it's clearly been quite some more time if we have people we met on Heliopolis here. It's been more than like a week.
I don't know why you say that. Remember, they've been running and dodging ships this whole time. Somebody from a Heliopolis escape pod could have just gone straight to Earth. Remember, they also went past Earth and didn't land on Earth, which was a whole comment that I had in a note breakdown.
I'm more thinking because she's clearly in a position where she's not just a soldier.
Well, we don't know anything about her.
It's true.
あれ第8艦隊ってのは全滅したんじゃなかったっけ？
俺たちは明けの砂漠だ。俺はサイブ・アシマン。でなんざいらんさ。分かってんだろ？別にあんた方を助けたわけじゃない。こっちもこっちの敵を撃ったまででね。
砂漠の虎相手にずっとこんなことを？
あんたの顔はどっかで見たことあるな。
ムーラ・フラガだ。この辺に知り合いはいないがね。
エンディミオンの鷹とこんなところ
They have been getting their names mixed up in my head. Rowlecrest and Mulaflaga, because they have the law in the middle of their names. Makes them interchangeable.
アークエンジェルだろう。クルーゼ隊に追われて地球へ逃げてきた。そんであれが
X105 ストライクと呼ばれる地球軍の新型機動兵器のプロトタイプだ。
さてと、お互い何者だか分かってめでたしってとこだがな。こっちとしちゃそんな災いの種に降ってこられてびっくりしてんだ。こんなとこに降りちまったのは事故なんだろうが、あんたたちがこれからどうするつもりなのか、そいつを聞きたいと思ってね。
力になっていただけるのかしら？
話そうってんならまずは銃を下ろしてくれよ。あれのパイロットも。
わかりました。ヤマト少尉。
You know, enemy of my enemy, right?
Yep.
Bam! Sniper shot. It's all over.
She's like, it's this mother.
Leia's got all Obi-Wan.
Indeed. Neville Obi-Wan.
Something else I hate. Kira only gets hit when he wants to get hit. Just like back on Art of the Artemis. Yes, I'm implying that he wanted to get hit that time.
Cagalli.
Yep.
なんなんだ？
That's it. Flay's the big bad of this whole series, confirmed.
I literally would not know. No idea how they landed still. Literally, it melted every other metal, destroyed a ship that was trying to land. These two just fell from the fucking sky and survived.
Which is a lot.
君たちもしばらくの間、ジブラルタルにとどまり、共に奴らを追ってくれ。無論、機会があれば撃ってくれて構わんよ。
空には戻ってくるなってこと？俺たちに駐留軍と一緒に
Take the ship
探し
out.
て地べたを這いずり回れっていうのかよ。あ?
I mean, you know they've got to be relatively close to it.
機会があればだと？
Mm-hmm.
撃ってやるさ。次こそ必ず。この俺がな。
Chill. His anger's gonna get killed.
I mean, Gibraltar is what, northwestern Africa, southwestern Europe. Well, it's in that little middle area, right? The Strait of Gibraltar, literally.
Yeah.
Western Mediterranean. I just don't know which side it belongs to, European or African. And they're in northeastern Africa or north central African.
I think Gibraltar's European.
Probably, because I think it was a British military base during World War II.
Correct.
Yes, make it look like a giant moth. They'll be confused from space. Are we really zoomed in, or are we really zoomed out? It's hard to tell.
こんなとこで暮らしてるのか。
ここは前線基地だ。皆家は町にある。まだ焼かれてなければな。
町？
タッシュ、ムーラ、バナディアから来てるやつもいる。俺たちはそんな町の有志の一団だ。コーヒーは？
ありがとう。
好きなの使いな。
船のことも助かりました。私も話が聞きたい、サイーブ。でもここじゃな。連中ならキャンプに入れても問題ないと思うが。
彼女は？
Okay.
俺たちの勝利の女神だ。
へえ。で、名前は？
Okay, that's quite the title.
あ？女神様じゃ知らなきゃ悪いだろ。
I don't know. Before we had watched this one, we had watched Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is another Gundam show, where they have the Maiden of Victory. No, the Maiden of Rebellion. So, kind of used to names like that. Sleeping with your girlfriend.
Yep.
さっきは悪かったな。殴るつもりはなかった。
The second time, clearly I didn't mean to hit you the first
で
time.
もないが、あれは弾みだ。許せ。
I didn't mean to hit you the moment I tried to punch you.
何がおかしい？いや、だってさ、ずっと気になっていた。あの後、お前はどうしただろうと。
And one for everybody who didn't remember.
Yeah.
You know, despite the fact that he saved her life, that is technically assault.
Technically.
It is non-consensual touching. Even if it's for her own good, no means no, Kira. Technically a pickup line. What's a girl like you doing in a place like this? Egyptian Rambo is not pleased.
Egyptian Rambo's like, whoa, even with his girl, not my girl.
Also, I constantly pointed out the map last time we watched this. Next to Africa is the Ethiopian Ocean, which is, you know.
Okay.
I have a note about it for next episode. Just pointing it out now, so make sure you noticed. Just a mass execution, you know.
Yeah.
ラインは日に日に変わっていくぜ。そんな中で頑張るね。あんたらは。あ。俺たちから見りゃザフトも地球軍も同じだ。どっちも支配し奪いにやってくるだけだ。あの船は大気圏内ではどうなんだ。
そう高度は取れない。
山脈が越えられねえってんなら、あとはジブラルタルを突破するか。
Dun, dun, dun.
無茶言うなよ。
It's not like we have a bunch of people that we know in Gibraltar.
頑張って航海へ抜けて、インド洋から太平洋へ出るっきゃねえな。
太平洋。補給路の確保なしに一気に行ける距離ではありませんね。
太陽州連合は完全にザフトの勢力圏だろ。赤道連合はまだ中立か。
おいおい、気が早いな。もうそんなところ心配か。ここ。
See, Ethiopian Ocean.
アラディアにはデセップスがいるんだぜ。
あ、頑張って抜けてってそういうこと。
Okay.
ダコスタです。失礼します。隊長、換気しませんか。
See, I don't know what the point of that is. Even though I don't drink coffee, I got no problem with the smell of coffee.
Yeah, no, the point of that does not make sense to me either.
Also, I wouldn't be drinking hot drinks in the middle of the desert.
That actually is a way to cool down the body.
I would just be covered up constantly. I'd do the whole, you know, wear light clothing all over, reflect the sun around. Though to be fair, I'd probably have like a backpack full of water and a hose connected to my mouth.
Yeah.
でもあそこでシャトル乗ってたら今頃死んでんぜ。
これからどうなるんだろうね。私たち。
We will. Yeah. This is gonna be awkward.
ではこれよりレジスタンス拠点に対する攻撃を行う。昨べは老いたが過ぎた。悪い子にはきっちりお仕置きをせんとな。
目標は達してる。総員登場。
Okay.
And as we already covered, Tassel's the name of one of the towns that they live in.
Yep.
100 words a minute. Cool.
また何やってんだ。
夕べの戦闘の時、接地圧いじったんで、その調整とかですよ。
なるほどね。便利なパイロットだよな、お前って。
Well, literally the only pilot of the strike.
Yeah.
やらなきゃどうしようもないじゃないか。僕が頑張って強くなければこの船は。
カガリ、何やってんだ。お前の食えよ。
ああ、うん。地球軍のモビルスーツのパイロットを見かけたか？
いや、何か用か？
用ってほどのことじゃないが、また名前を聞くのを忘れたんだ。
え？知り合いなんじゃなかったのかよ。
ああ。
Get my life straight.
そうだな。知り合いといえば知り合いで。
カガリ。
He's come on,
come here.
Egyptian Rambo has to go fight the Mujahideen.
気をつけてください。バレますよ。
すまん。
あなたはすぐに周りが見えなくなる。
うるさいな。
もう寝静まる時間ですね。
そのまま永久に眠りについてもらおう。なんてことは言わないよ、僕は。警告15分後に攻撃を開始する。ほら、早く行ってきたまえ。
はっ。
And that's the context that I wanted to give.
Okay. Yeah.
Not just randomly bombing a town. Go tell them, go warn them I'm about to attack. 15 minutes later, we're going to attack.
15 minutes is nothing, though.
It's enough time to get to the edge of town. Sai's finally trying to address the situation.
Nani? フレイに話があんだ。キラには関係ないよ。
関係なくないわよ。私、ゆうべはキラの部屋にいたんだから。
He's going. Whoa. Yeah, like I said, full crazy.
I mean, it's not even about her anymore. I mean, Kira understood the I feel like Kira understood the relationship between Flay and Sai, and he chose this too.
Yeah, I think what he did was more of like a
Betrayal?
trauma bonding thing.
Betrayal is what word I use.
Oh, it is a betrayal, but it was it happened because of trauma bonding.
See, and he sees how much it hurts Sai.
どういうことだよ、フレイ。君？
どうだっていいでしょ。サイには関係ないわ。
もうよせよ、サイ。キラ。どう見ても君が嫌がるフレイを追っかけてるようにしか見えないよ。
なんだと
？Yo, you deserve to get smacked.
But you don't touch Kira unless he wants you to touch him, remember? We've established this for the last 16 episodes. And boom. You don't touch Kira unless he wants you to touch him.
本気で喧嘩したらサイが僕にかなうはずないだろう。
Fucking coordinators, man.
キラ。フレイは優しかったんだ。ずっとついててくれて、抱きしめてくれて、僕を守るって。僕がどんな思いで戦ってきたか誰も気にもしないくせに。
You remember when Sai came and talked to Kira when everybody was being racist against him?
Yep.
Yeah. You think he would be fine if Sai wrapped his arms around him and spent the night in his bedroom? I'm just saying, these are things that Sai I don't think would have thought to have done. But he's paying the price for just being a good friend.
Yeah. Yeah, that episode was a dumpster fire.
Well, I just mean, it's the point at which I was harsh on Kira through the first rewatching. Because it's such a weird transition from the, Gundam 00 to this. For me, anyway.
Got it.
That, I was also comparing him to characters from UC Gundam. Like I said, it takes Kira like 4 times or 5 times as long to come to a decision as UC Gundam characters do. So, it was a lot more melodrama instead of choosing a thing. But this episode has firmly put me onto the side of both fuck Flay and fuck Kira. I did not like that last scene at all.
Okay.
Hold it in. The next time on is about to come.
砂漠を抜ける手立てを探してレジスタンスの基地に入ったアークエンジェルが、その行く手には砂漠の虎バルトフェルドが立ちふさがる。空を焦がす炎は繰り返される戦いへののろしか。暴走する心は容赦なく敵を撃ち、放火は新たな火種を生む。次回機動戦士ガンダムシードペイバック、必殺の一撃で切り裂けガンダム。
See, I needed that reminder too. Well, it's been months since I've seen that reminder. So, anyway, your thoughts.
Okay. Flay is set on a path of destruction. Flay might become my favorite character if she stays at this level of crazy. But not because I think she's a good character, because I think she's going to cause so much chaos. As for Kira, if this is simply, if he learns that what I'm doing is not the right method, I'm fine with it. Because this is drama for drama's sake.
Right,
and
right.
if that friendship mends, golden. Because then that's just him realizing, oh snap, this is trauma bonding.
I mean, yeah, you're pulling a people can change, and we should give them the opportunity to change.
Not even a people can change. This is if he realizes that it's trauma bonding and Flay is not doing it out of a reason that is the same as his, then it's fine. Because that's just a mistake made.
My consideration doesn't come from his relationship with Flay. I recognize that Flay is doing, and I don't think my fuck Flay thing comes from her manipulation of Kira. I really don't care. I really don't care. I understand what she's doing. I understand why she's doing it. It's fucked up, but it makes sense in yet weird perspective that she's got. I think I'm approaching this from somebody that hates the plot important character, typically. So the fact that nobody can lay hands on Kira unless Kira decides to. That's not written because Kira is great at hand-to-hand fighting. Literally never been shown except for the fact he never gets touched. It's I feel, being expressed because we need to show Kira as a badass outside of the Gundam. How do we do that? Kira don't get touched unless Kira wants to be touched. Obviously, he's not busting his nut, right? So, obviously, except for Nights with Flay. But we don't get the animation of him going into full Berserker combat mode. So it's just, no, normal Kira can just fucking do this. So, Yeah, my hatred of Flay, or my dislike, I would say, it's not hatred.
Yeah.
Obviously, she could change somewhere in the future, and I'd be down for it. But my dislike of Flay flies mostly on what she's doing to Sai, and then that Kira angle also to Sai, because I consider the relationships to be different, right? The fact that he is in touch with Flay does not mean that he cannot talk to Sai. He instantly goes for the heart punch with the, it looks like to everyone, you're chasing after someone who don't want you, which is just an insult. You know, it's like,
not a trauma bonding.
Well, it's not from a friendship thing. Well, because Sai was friends with him the entire time, too.
1,000,000%.
I'm just saying that he is not considering Sai's feelings or anything. Not considering why Sai is doing anything. He goes straight to insulting him. And then you can see Sai's not trying to punch Kira or anything. He's literally going for the shoulder grab. Like, hey, listen to me for a second. And then Kira almost breaks his arm. He does the Biff Tannen of Back to the Future. And I would have been so happy if Sai, like, did a whole forms a fist and then punches. Because Kira deserves it.
Here's the line for me. If it's a situation where clearly the situation that Flay is putting Kira in is affecting him negatively and it's toxic. Right? But if Kira somehow is pulled out of it in a relatively short amount of time, and he can actually go to Sai and be like, hey, sorry, that was fucked up.
Well, I think the problem is that that's not happening because Kira is actively distancing himself from everybody else while in this position.
100%.
Because what is his more
going to cause it to happen?
Well, I mean, what is his more reasonable friends going to do? The ones that aren't Sai, they're going to go try to talk to him about Sai, and at that point it becomes a fuck off. I've got Flay. What have you done for me?
1,000,000%. But it'll take it'll take an event that that Flay doesn't think is problematic to cause that to happen, and it's possible for it to happen. Depending on how much further Flay goes, I think Flay is very close to crossing the line of not being able to come back.
Well, I'm not reading my notes because I'm going to put those notes in the next episode. But the biggest thing that jumps out of me, well, not even the biggest. Obviously, the biggest thing is the whole "don't touch me unless I want to be touched," which is normally great advice. Consent matters, but
yeah,
when you're talking about just combat scenes and this lanky ass kid is better than the soldiers on Artemis, but the other major thing that jumps out to me is Flay's apprehension when Sai gets his arm twisted. Like, she suddenly has the fear that she had before when she found out that Kira was when Lacus was wandering around. That a coordinator is a fearful thing. Like, you can see, like, oh my god, like, she's face to face with a coordinator that's doing the shit that she was afraid of a coordinator doing. Now it's not manipulating some guy who's doing all that shit out there. Now he's doing it in front of me. To people because maybe still care about, I don't know. She's actively avoiding Sai, which on one hand you could say is a slap in the face to Sai. On the other hand, if you think that she might still care about Sai, actively distancing him from the shit that she's doing might be a favor to Sai.
So I think she's trying to do it as a favor to Sai. I think it's a case of the road to hell is paved with the best of intentions. I think she is going to do so much damage because she's trying to motivate Kira to keep everybody safe.
Well, no, she said before her motivation is to kill everybody else. She does repeat the she'll protect me. He'll protect us because he'll protect me. But the prime motivator, I feel like, has been from before, when she says we have to win by getting rid of everyone else, which is where the whole plot initiates, when she's wandering the halls, listening to everybody talk.
What's the best way to keep people? Eliminate all the people trying to hurt you.
See, I have been...
She is in a downward spiral of causing way too much damage.
Well, I mean, you're saying downward spiral. I want to bring back the whole black hole ventilation system thing again. I think she's the black hole, and she's just pulling everybody in. She's at the bottom. Everybody else is whirlpooling themselves into her.
You know what? I the way you explain that, absolutely.
Well, you have any final thoughts?
No. I'm curious. I'm just curious to see what happens next episode because
I don't know. It's brand new territory for me too.
Payback is there's so many directions it could go because it doesn't just have to be military.
I think that's the implication. That's the implication because they're standing in front of the burning town or the burnt town.
So like the implication is like combat episode.
Yeah, because we saw combat in it.
However,
Sai's gonna poison a drink? Is that what you think is gonna happen?
No, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, it truly has me not knowing.
Alright, well, you pulled out the Road to Hell is paved with good intentions. The phrase I want to end up on here is, don't put your dick in crazy. So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Justin, we've been Stone Face Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?